But still, the pistols up close going to be able to deal damage while the scout tries to return a kill. There's 2 for them already to start it off. And considering the weak investment, this is very good, but the scout's still in play. Not in play anymore, no. But the trade goes down, and a 2 for 2. Nordavind now have to get the bomb planted, but this player's up close to the bomb site, and they've lost their player in upper. This round could be all but lost. Rubino with only 20 HP and no time. He has to get both kills, really. A bomb plant will be very risky. There you go. Risky, and he takes the risk, doesn't get the reward.
A 5-round gap losing the pistol in that case means that you're not really in too much trouble. But let's see, because AGO, they have a chance to step it up. A team kill actually comes in by Rubino. He goes down to the up moments later. Sparrow follows up at a second, and suddenly it's only Tensky that remains. A sole Dane in a 1-on-4 has been spotted in Sandwich, of course, after taking 1 frag, and at this point it's pretty much inevitable that he eventually goes down.
Yeah, this should be a 4th round for sure in a clean fashion, like you said. Movement over towards B. Nordavind are going to try to counter the statistics that play against them. A flash over B, and then a straight-up push, but they're all trapped in, getting torn apart in the long-range angles by the AUGs, and that pretty much concludes the round. One of the problems for Nordavind has just been how staggered they are so far. Rubino getting dropped in Ivy certainly won't help that, and the kills just come in across the board. Caper happy to find one on the Halzerk, who was peeking up, or running out towards the bomb site rather. Up above is Croman. In a 1 versus 4, not a player that's likely to get away with this. It's a pretty difficult spot with the bomb already down and spotted by Caper.
I'm in. Grand. 12 of 14 rounds is what they lost. Alright. But yeah, already the opening kill comes in. Forlan able to just creep out in the Sandwich with Sparrow, a flash as well, helping them. And of course, Ratifaction was the one to get caught off guard and taken down. That gives a big opening onto the A bomb site now.
Croman is last alive, 1 versus 4. An AUG in play, but even towards the C, yeah, indeed the CT spawn, he's going to be cut off. And frankly, I'm excited to get it done. I'm excited to get on Vertigo, and just see how it plays out, how these teams are approaching it. Starting this round out, though, the approach is not working out too well. Running out of ammunition, Ratifaction just throws his gun away, picks up an AK, and finds himself 2 more, as he's all the way up to a 3K, with still a couple of bullets to try to find 1 more kill. PHR up above Pop Dog.
He'll be able to pounce once the contact is found, but this could be dangerous. PHR has creeped all the way out through Olaf and now in behind Green. He will actually end up going down, sadly, without really being able to find anything. Sparrow finds 1 in the process, and Forlan quickly takes a headshot for himself as well. It's beginning to fall apart, and Sparrow, this angle is absolutely perfect. Easy shot towards Halzerk, and suddenly Croman is left to save the day and save this map for Nordavind. Gets the first, and actually does spot the second, the E-Box. But as he's dropping down, he's going to be an easy target, of course, for the op. 16-8 is the score here on Train.
The middle control is for Ratifaction here. He's pushing into teammate, which is going to be risky because PHR was sat there patiently holding it the whole time and getting a man advantage for his team. But elsewhere on the map, it's a 3-man hold for A with 1 already down. Grubby bringing it into a 2-man advantage for his team. Tensky very quickly goes up above the smoke and takes down 2 players. Caper sitting below is going to be eliminated on the ramp. Furlan as well. Tensky's found 4, and with Croman,
they can go onto that CT side and be like, okay guys, we don't really know how the map works yet. Maybe we can have a great CT side. Oh my god, the wall bang from Rubino down towards scaffolding, I believe that was, and of course Groovy being the victim, not going to be feeling great after that. 1 of 4 on 5 now, and AGO, as you can see, are just going to try and commit straight to this A bomb site again. Playing around the smoke, Rubino takes a quick headshot. Has a nice little boosted position as well and play just above him, so that's actually a great double setup. They have no idea that Tensky's still there. And he peeks out and easily takes the remaining 2 kills. Tensky, I believe, is spotting for a dose, so he should be able to see if PHR attempts to try and cross over. And of course his teammate then in towards mid is ready if needed, although they're not really in the greatest positions. The trades will definitely be difficult, and yeah, Tensky actually doesn't find that kill. He gets the dink, but that's going to be it. PHR holding for the peak. He will go down, but that was a lot closer than it needed to be, Mitch. Very risky indeed.
Yeah, how frequently they're playing a map recently, and indeed the play styles they bring. But this is literally the first recorded session for either of these teams, and as far as we're aware for any team, which puts us in a bit of a questionable zone. We don't know if AGO are more comfortable on the CT side, but let's hope they are. Definitely more comfortable in this round.
They're definitely going to have a lot to try and go over after this game anyway. Vertigo clearly not as strong as it could be for them, whether they've cracked it or not. But Forlan, he's done a good job in this round. 3 opening kills as he just charged straight up the B ramp, straight up the stairs, able to open things up. Tsgo though pushing forward through the smoke. And
if they can't pull this off with a 3K from Furlan to start the round off, it certainly doesn't set very many high hopes for them. At this point, I think this defensive point should be well known to them. They don't expect Rubino to be coming through, though. And as he comes from lower, from the T-spawn, he finds one. Grubby going to be checked now in just a moment, and Rubino walks away with that kill as well. 4-piece. A full quad kill for Rubino to finish it off 10-1. He's got an AK-47 now, making his way in through the window. Not made any noise just yet, but eventually he's going to have to. And sadly, thanks to that new pillar, can't get an angle towards the bomb site just yet. Flashbang goes over. He's peeking in. Will they know that he's thrown it over? But they will now as Caper falls. Tsgo suspects another player to be towards the back left, but turns away at the wrong moment. So Sparrow's able to walk away with the second round for his team.
I would say that they do desperately need this 4th round just because they don't know what they're going to be going up against if they swap to that CT side. And PHR, he finds the opening this time, taking over that role from Forlan, being the entry fragger quickly up through B. Will he be able to find any more of those? The question does get shut down by Rubino, and his teammates are a little too far behind to find the instant trades. They line up, and Rubino mows them down on the catwalk. Bomb being dropped, of course, in the process. Now it's a 2-on-2, though, and Groovy, he's able to find a quick headshot. Sparrow joins them now as they go onto the bomb site, and it's only Halzert, the AUG in hand, the wild spray. He can explode! Oh! What is that? What a crazy round, Mitch. It's 12-3 at half-time.
Absolutely. Coming in here, Heo take the first loss. This isn't going to be all too great for them, closing in the distance with the Glocks up close. Tsgo's already taken one. Rubino on a P250 lands another, and Heo now on the retake, 2 versus 4. Not going to find themselves in all too favorable of a spot for a while, but Grubby inside the smoke lands one. PHR there with another. They're going to group up and try to take this, but PHR says, I'll just go for it myself. Don't worry about it. They haven't got a kit picked up just yet. What is Tsgo with a P250 peeks out? They might not need one, because PHR is all over them. A 4-piece. The quad kill comes through.
A little bit unfortunate. Croman just hiding with his head down. Gifted 2 frags, and at that point, it looks like the round pretty much is over and done with. Tsgo with that frag towards Sparrow, rather. And suddenly, Forlan in a 1-on-4. Nordavin, they're about to take the victory here. 16-5. A very dominant showing indeed. And Inferno coming up next now, I think, is definitely going to be an interesting map between these two.
Yes, indeedy, but we will be seeing Inferno. That much is assured, as it's a 16-5 victory, kind of feeding into what we were talking about before the game. It's a 2 versus 2 as the bomb site's already been seized and the bomb planted. You can see the time ticking away as Croman and Radafaction attempt to make a retake with 2 scopes. The AUG in play to take first contact. Flashbang goes over. Caper's not able to see anything. Still does a lot of damage though. It's all on PHR. He's going to find a 1 versus 2. Takes down the AWP long range, and Radafaction is low, but he doesn't know if he's sticking or not. Has to swing out. Finds the headshot.
When that is the optimal scoreline, you know that you're definitely in a tough position. A 1-for-1 trade early on as Tsgo does actually manage to return fire. Just need to be careful because Forlan also up close has managed to drop Radafaction in the background.
Like he wasn't very present. He finished that 7 for 16 with an ADR of 34. You know, you're investing a lot into that AWP, and to not see a great reward from it and to see him very much negative. A negative outcome versus the rifled up players, it's not what you want to see. Tsgo in here with 4 kills already, holding down Banana by himself. This round is... oh, okay, pulled back a little bit by Capo, but Grubby's caught in the open. Eliminated the bomb towards the B bomb site, though. That's where the real combat's going to be coming down. PHR knows the player coming in through CT. He's inside the smoke to keep himself safe, but the bomb's starting the rotation. Even still, though, a great recovery from AGO, now able to come into this with 3 rifles on the retake. The thing is, do they expect that Radafaction's going to be holding up close, that he's in library waiting for them? They do now, and PHR even claims the fight, takes Radafaction's head off. Hasn't been the most impactful player throughout this series, but Certainly starting to wake up in the last couple of rounds. Now with an AK-47 instead of his AWP. Can he do it? Finds one. There's a second. He knows exactly where Caper is, but as he swings out, Caper's already ready and takes the head clean off. Towards and the two Molotovs. Definitely AGO know the two players are here. They make a push down bottom middle to make sure there's no retreat. Molotov on the crawl. Tensky goes down pretty low to 69 HP. Apple Pride. Furlan. Oh, that's great from Tensky. Up on top of the coffins. Finds himself a kill. By taking down Furlan, the AWP, now they're allowed to get a bomb plant. With the time on their side. AGO have to make this retake happen.
Yeah, they have still a bit of utility in play. They have actually 3 flashes and the Molotov that they can use to try and flush some of these players out. See the Molotov in towards Dark. Sadly not going to be too useful. It's up close on construction and in towards second oranges. Holzer gets the first kill, does some further damage, and brings it down to a 1v1 before he eventually falls. It's Tensky up against Groovy. Kid is in play to allow for the defuse to come in a little bit quicker. Of course, he is actually going to go ahead and try and just stick it. The problem is Tensky goes for the peek and takes him down very quickly. And I don't think Faction is going to expect Groovy to already be in the smoke. Look at that, he gets completely caught off guard. The knife came out and a little bit of panic showed.
Geo, although they've found a lot of kills, they've lost control of the bomb site. Actually, just one more as well. Miles are going down. Tensky's got it all on his shoulders. A player that we've seen work above smokes very successfully before. The smoke dissipates, so he only finds one. Furlan in position to help out, but it's Grubby that finds the kill. Yes. Allowing some of these weaker, well, Caper to land some damage with a CZ perhaps, or PHR on the M4. 2 players with AWPs on this retake isn't ideal. But if they can find someone out in the open, they can do the damage. Halzerk goes down to 21. But again, it's just lighting these players up won't be enough. They don't know exactly how low some of these guys are, and the time is running down. PHR lands 1. Halzerk thinking about the peak. He's going to go for it eventually. Taken out by PHR, who's swinging out, looking towards Dark. Finds nothing as Faction all but confirms the round for his team. And with a final headshot, a 4th kill. Practically bleeding out in the pit. Roman has the AWP though, so this angle is very favorable towards him. A Molotov in play for PHR probably won't be deployed towards that angle. Would it be the conventional pit angle? Full blind gives away his position. That allows PHR to find the kill. Molotov goes out. Smoke on it though. Tensky has to push forward. He's mollied. He's taken down by the flames. The defuse. I don't think there's time.
Oh no, there's not.
They had a kit. Oh, if they had a kit, it was 1, but AGO don't. Landing it. Almost everybody's low. Lighting them up through that smoke, but not able to land the final bullets to finish it off. No damage dealing utility, which means they have to take the fight. So Caper already does well, dispatching 1. Grubby with another. His teammate's not there to support him though. They were stuck behind a smoke. Tensky in this position with no Molotovs to push him out of it. This is going to be very difficult to get a defuse down. They have no smokes to block the site. They have to push down. They have to try to find the kill. Furlan's ready for this peek. His teammate's now covering him. He's not got time to get the defuse though because the peek comes in from Tensky. Fake. Even commit a player to it as Faction falls. A very swift beat push ensues. Furlan finds 1. And coming through the smoke, Rubino's out of play. And a 2 versus 4. Getting worse and worse by the second. Furlan just keeps on giving with that AWP. Finally taken down by Tensky on the AUG. But he's got a 1 versus 4. He's already found one of those kills. No more to be found. That's a beautiful flashbang from Sparrow, capitalized on by PHR. Takes him from behind. And a 4 versus 4. Noravin have 2 very isolated players on the A bomb site. They can't even help each other. That's the real problem for them as Croman finds 1. Caper goes down to try and trade. Oh, he can't find him. Croman lands a 2nd with Tensky in the pit landing another. Things are not looking good. Trouble in paradise for AGO right now with 7 HP. Sparrows very quickly dealt with the USP headshot. AGO in the defense here. They want to get aggressive on B. Spotted a lot of players towards A. As they go through, they actually do manage to take down Croman as well. Pushing a man advantage over into their favor. Bomb sitting towards the bottom of Banana with a player on top mid and in CT. This is a fairly unusual setup for the T's. You can see what they were angling for. Catching the rotation from B, now moving in towards the B bomb site, where a completely pincered PHR manages to open things up and keep himself alive. They won't expect him to still be on that angle. That's a beautiful play from PHR. 5% chance of it happening? Can't remember. Doesn't matter. Low chance. Oh,
very, very low chance now because PHR has just completely destroyed the B defense. Rubino and Redafaction, both of the R's just completely wrecked. And with that now, it's looking like this may finally be the end of it. It's taken a very long time for AGO to get here, but they're finally on the verge of walking over that finish line. We've seen them many times get so close before being dragged back. And this man just doesn't stop fragging. He just got a wall bang. I'm not sure what that was a wall bang through. Caper gets one, and there's the final headshot from PHR. 25-21. A flawless OT number 3 comes in from AGO eventually to take the victory.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur when you're working this hard.